I'm Hank for Free Podcast Tools, here with my review of the Presonus PD-70. At the time of this recording, the PD-70 retails for $129.95 US. I did acquire this particular microphone open box, so the only things inside my box were the microphone and the windscreen. The microphone is an end-address cardioid dynamic microphone with 3-pin XLR. The listed frequency response is 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. But I'll put their frequency response graph on the screen so you can see what it shows. And the microphone is a sturdy 1.87 pounds. Build-wise, the look and the integrated half yoke are well constructed. It's a meaty microphone when you pick it up. And it certainly has that on-camera look. That's all the rage nowadays for live streamers and podcasters. So let's run it through some of the tests. Approximately 6 inches away from the end of the microphone, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Approximately 3 inches away from the microphone, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Approximately 6 inches from the side of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. Approximately 6 inches from the other side of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. Now I'll just do some basic mouse clicking, rattling of the keys, and my trusty pin throw at the end for good measure. Sometimes you need to compare a microphone to another microphone so you can kind of gauge where it's at. So I'm going to compare it to the Shure SM7B. Now I'm on the Shure SM7B, and here's how I sound. What do you think about the sound of the Presonus PD-70 in comparison to the $400 Shure SM7B? Chime in the comments down below. Now I'm going to switch back to the Presonus PD-70 so you can kind of get a back-to-back against the Shure SM7B. I'm back on the Presonus PD-70, and here's how it sounds. Now I'm going to go and edit this video and listen back to see how the Presonus PD-70 compares to the Shure SM7B and how did it do in the test that I did. I'm back after editing some of the video. On the Mixcast 4 earlier, I had no processing whatsoever, but now I've turned on the de-esser and I have the deep tone setting on right now, and here's how it sounds. I'll turn processing off. Now I've turned everything off, and here's how it sounds. Did having the de-esser and the deep tone help the characteristics of this microphone on my voice? Chime in the comments down below. But now for my thoughts. Look-wise, for the price, I think this is a top-notch microphone, and it won't leave you lacking when it comes to design. I also think the microphone did a good job of rejecting plosives. The off-axis and rear rejection were standard fare for a cardioid dynamic microphone in my opinion. Now the sound was pretty solid, with the exception of some boosts in my particular voice's sibilant frequencies. But I think the onboard de-esser on the Mixcast 4, I'll turn it on right now, does a decent job of peeling away some of that shrillness that I can get out of my particular voice on certain microphones. I read an article in which an audio engineer felt like the same capsule that's in this microphone was used in RODE ProCaster microphone. Now that's a microphone I used to own, I don't currently own at this time. I don't know if it's the power of suggestion or if it honestly does, but I did kind of get that sense of that RODE ProCaster sound, where it's kind of built up in the high end and can get a little sibilant on my particular voice, but still sounds really good. I'll turn the de-esser back off. Now the de-esser is back off, and this is the natural sound. No post-production will be done whatsoever. No processing is turned on currently. I think the microphone for $130 in that budget category is a contender. But how does it stack up to some of the other budget microphones? Subscribe to the channel to get my next video. Thank you.